If you ever thought about becoming a real estate agent, be very, very careful from videos like this, because if your research is based on similar, in my opinion, extremely oversimplified and misleading videos, you are setting yourself up for massive failure. You'll waste a lot of time and experience frustration and disappointment. Let's watch the video and go step by step.
If you don't have a lot of money, becoming a real estate agent is the fastest way to make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Let me show you how to get started.
This statement couldn't be further from the truth. As a real estate agent myself, licensed in the states of New York and New Jersey, I find it so ridiculous and absurd that she's presenting a real estate agent's career as some kind of get-rich-quick scheme, claiming that becoming a real estate agent is the fastest way to make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Even the title of this video says, "How to Make Money Quick," which in my opinion is completely misleading. In reality, the way she presents this industry has nothing to do with how things actually work for the vast majority of people who want to pursue a career in real estate. Any successful real estate agent knows that this profession is far from guaranteed fast track to wealth. Sure, I would say there are maybe a handful of exceptions, and I'll talk about those exceptions as well later in the video. But for most people, this career comes with significant risks and uncertainties. Just keep watching the video because I am going to walk you through the real-world career path of someone trying to become a real estate agent.
It's really easy. I'm going to show you 3 different examples from 3 different states. But remember, you need a high school diploma and at least be 18 years of age. In Florida, you just take a 63-hour course and boom, you're ready to take the state exam.
First of all, the real challenge in this career isn't passing the test. In fact, passing your exam and becoming a licensed real estate agent isn't even step 1 towards your success. I would say it's not even step 0. Passing your exam is more like step -1 of starting your career. Once you pass the test, step 0 would be to find the right brokerage and the right mentor. Only then you can move on to step 1, which is actually trying to build a sustainable career.
Guys, for New York, it's a 75-hour course and boom, you're ready to take the state exam.
No, it's not. She didn't even get the basic information right. The state of New York requires a 77-hour course, not 75 hours. It used to be 75, but as of December of 2022, the requirement increased to 77 hours. Her video was posted on October of 2024. So great job on not even bothering to check the actual requirements. Although I kind of have to give her credit for one thing: her confidence. I don't think I've ever seen someone be so confidently wrong. I guess maybe she's just following this classic psychological trick that as long as you say something with enough confidence, people will assume you must be right. I really don't know. It's just my opinion based on what I'm hearing. Let's see what else she has to say.
And in Texas, it's just 180 hours and boom, you're ready to pass your state exam. To put this into perspective, guys, you could pass your course within a month. Once you pass the state exam, you get your license. Once you get a license, you join an agency. Once you join an agency, you start making some sales.
Another big red flag. Simply getting a license and joining a brokerage does not mean you'll start selling homes immediately. People are not going to magically line up begging you to sell their $1,000,000 homes. As a brand new agent, getting your own clients is extremely difficult because you don't have any past sales, you don't have any connections, credibility, and on top of that, you probably don't even have enough knowledge to navigate the whole transaction and advise your clients from the beginning till the end. So even though you completed your course, there are a lot of things that you still have to learn in order to get business and successfully close transactions.
Once you start making some sales, you start making commissions. Once you start making commissions, you start saving your money.
You also have to keep in mind that commissions are not consistent and you have to learn how to manage your cash flow correctly. Many agents go months without closing a deal, which makes financial stability a serious challenge.
Once you start making commissions, you start saving your money. Take that money and start investing in real estate, and then voila, you're a millionaire.
What is she talking about? Save that money and start investing in real estate, and voila, you're a millionaire. I wonder why, according to the National Association of Realtors, 75% of real estate agents fail within the first year and 87% fail within 5 years instead of becoming millionaires. I didn't find the actual article with the exact study from National Association of Realtors, but there are multiple other articles referencing those statistics. I'm not sure how old those numbers are or what has changed in 2025, but real estate remains a career with an extremely high failure rate. Of course, the answer to the question why the failure rate is so high is much more complicated, but I agree with this article to give a short summary that often is because agents are poorly prepared for what might appear to be an easy way to make big money. Just to summarize, be very careful with videos like this, which set wildly unrealistic expectations and could easily mislead you into thinking real estate is an easy path to becoming rich. It's like LeBron James telling you, just buy a basketball, practice for a couple of weeks, and boom, you're an NBA star. Or Jeff Bezos telling you, just open an online store, start selling some things, and voila, you're a billionaire. Sounds ridiculous, right? That's exactly how this video sounds to me as a real estate agent. So, I don't want my video to be a negative video because despite the challenges, there are people who become successful real estate agents. I don't know why YouTube shoved this video onto my recommended page, but I just couldn't ignore the way she presented this. That's why I decided to make a reaction video. If you want to be successful in this business, first you have to have realistic expectations, and after that, well, you'll need to figure out a million other things. Now we're going to talk about the real-world career path of someone trying to become a real estate agent. Getting a real estate license is the easiest part of the journey. Like I said before, I don't even consider it step 0. It's step -1. You study the course, pass your school test, and pass the state exam. It's kind of like signing up for your gym membership. Just because you sign up for the gym doesn't mean, boom, you magically got in shape. The real challenge starts when you actually show up to your workout, put in the effort, and stay consistent. So once you've successfully passed both tests, now it's time to do your research and figure out which brokerage you should join. This is extremely important because picking the wrong brokerage could lead to frustration, lack of support, and ultimately a failure. If you realize later you made a wrong choice, you can always switch brokerages and try to start all over again. But it's best to do thorough research from the start to avoid joining the wrong brokerage and wasting your time. Ideally, you'd start researching brokerages way ahead of time. But a lot of people focus so much on passing the test that they don't think about next step until afterward, which is fine. Personally, I've looked at a few brokerages here and there while studying the course, but I didn't start doing serious research until after I finished the course and passed my school exam. The number of brokerages available to you depends on your state and location. If you're in a big city, you'll probably have plenty of options to choose from. But if you're in a small town or rural area, your choices might be much more limited. But you always have to do your research and ask the right questions before committing to a brokerage. There is no one single best brokerage for everyone. What works for one agent might not work for another. The key is finding the one that aligns with your goals, needs, and preferred working style. You'll need to have a good mentor, someone who can teach you everything about the business and guide you through the challenges of starting your own career. You have to figure out which sector of real estate you would like to focus on. The two major categories are commercial and residential. Some agents specialize in sales and some focus on rentals. There are agents who work with both buyers and sellers like I do, and there are agents who work exclusively with either sellers or buyers. You might not know this right away, and that's completely okay. There are ways to experiment and explore different areas to find what you enjoy the most. Maybe you'll discover that you love working in multiple sectors, or maybe you'll develop a passion for a specific niche within real estate. Now, every step of the process is a big topic on its own, and I could go on and on about each one. But I prefer to keep this video short, just an overview so you have a big picture. At this stage, working closely with your mentor is crucial. One important thing to keep in mind is real estate schools don't actually teach you how to run a business or get clients. Instead, they typically focus on industry regulations, fair housing laws, contracts, legal requirements, and things like that, which are all necessary but won't prepare you for building a successful career. You need to put as much effort as possible to learn the business, understand how transactions work, and develop skills necessary to succeed. Real estate isn't just about passing the exam. It's about knowing how to navigate deals, handle clients, solve problems effectively, answer questions, and be your client's trusted source of information. How quickly you gain confidence in handling transactions depends on how fast you learn. Also, just know that even as you become more and more experienced, being in this industry, you will never stop learning. Every deal is unique, and a lot of times expect to have challenges. That's why having a mentor to guide you through complex situations is so valuable, especially when you're just starting your career. The next thing I want to touch base on, at the same time, while you're learning the ins and outs of the transactions, you will also need to develop your marketing skills and learn how to generate business. Because no matter how talented you are as an agent, if no one knows about you, you will not have clients, which means you won't have any deals to close, which means you won't make any money. If you're a fast learner, consistent with a strong discipline, and you have a good mentor, you'll slowly work on more and more deals and start seeing commission checks come in. It might not be much at first, which is why you need a way to support your lifestyle while you are going through a steep learning curve. But if you stay consistent, keep learning, and continue improving your skills, you'll gradually build a solid reputation and expand your sphere of influence. You'll start seeing some past clients refer you business and even come back to you for repeat business. And to truly take your career to the next level, you'll need to focus on consistently generating business. Long-term success for real estate agents isn't about waiting for opportunities, it's about creating them. Before we wrap up the video, I want to go back to something I mentioned earlier, the exceptions. These are usually people who come from real estate families, meaning their parents or other close family members have been in the industry for many, many years. These individuals typically get licensed at a young age, learn the business early, and sort of inherit valuable connections and existing client base from their family. They still have to put in a lot of effort to maintain their connections and grow their business, but the obvious advantage is they don't start from scratch struggling to build a network and generate leads like most new agents do. Only a small percentage of real estate agents start their career at 18 or 19 coming from real estate families. The majority enter the field later in life as a second, third, or even fourth career. There are, of course, a few other specific cases where someone might not struggle as much during the first few years in the business. Some people come in with an existing network or related industry experience, but for the majority of new agents, real estate is an incredibly challenging career that takes time, effort, and requires consistency in order to succeed. It will take many, many months and years trying to build a reputation and gain business. That's why you need to be very careful who you listen to. Videos like this which oversimplify the business and set unrealistic expectations, can be misleading and result in disappointment and wasted time. In a situation when you become a licensed real estate agent, you realize this is much harder than it was presented to you, and you have to put a lot more work into this than you expected. If you're in the process of doing your research and thinking about becoming an agent, make sure you're getting your information from experienced professionals who actually care about giving you sound advice, setting the right expectations, and preparing you for success, and not just listening to people who present this as an easy get-rich-quick scheme. That's it for now. But here's another video that YouTube thinks is the best for you to watch next. So click on that video and I'll see you there.